guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we are going to be talking about the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. I'm sure most of you already know what the Ulta 21 Day sale is. It happens two times a year. So it usually happens in the early spring and then again in the fall. And we're just about to have the spring sale. The spring sale begins on the 17th, the 17th of March. So it actually begins on St. Patrick's Day and it's gonna run for 21 days, obviously, as the name states. So in case you've never shopped the sale before, basically there is usually 2 to 3 different items on sale each day. So there's a new sale item each day, and most of the time they're about 50% off. It does vary a little bit. And then they also have their additional, they call them hot buys, which is basically the sale items that last through the whole thing. So the hot buys go on sale as of the first day of the sale, and they'll remain on sale the entire 21 days unless they sell out, whereas the individual daily sales are only good for 24 hours. So if you see something that's on sale, you have to get it that day, whether you go in store or online. You have to get it that day in order to get the sale price, because it'll go back to full price the following day. Oh, they do also have sometimes online only deals, and sometimes they have in-store only deals. So you have to be looking at their ad very carefully. So yeah, today I'm going to be going through and talking about my recommendations for the sale. So I'm not going to go through every single thing that is going on sale, because there is a lot. I'm only going to highlight the things that I think are worth looking at. So this is just my recommendations of what I think is a good deal. There are some really awesome deals. I'm really struggling with my low buy right now. Sales are what gets me. You guys probably know this from if you've been watching my channel for a while. I have a hard time passing up sales. I have a hard time passing up good deals. So when I see a good sale on something that I've been kind of eyeing, it's like I have to have it. So that's my nemesis right there. But anyway, I thought it would be good to just share with you guys in case you're not on a low buy or no buy or whatever. I thought I would share with you guys what I think is worth looking at in the sale. Along with that, I will tell you guys though, I haven't bought my March item yet. So I am kind of eyeing a couple things in the sale. I might end up using my March purchase for a sale item, but there was also some like new releases that I've had my eye on, so I kind of have to think about it. But I have a few weeks before March is over to kind of figure out what I want to buy, if I want to buy anything at all, but I'm sure this month I will probably buy something because these deals are so good. Okay, let's jump into it. I'm going to be inserting photos. That's why I'm kind of over here in the frame. I'm going to be inserting photos about here. The actual ad has been leaked onto Instagram. Usually like Trend Mood and stuff will get it way before us regular people can get our hands on it. So it's not available online yet. If you go to Ulta's website, they do have like an Ulta 21 Day sale site that is not up yet. So you do have to wait, and it's also has not been mailed out yet. I know with future sales, they always mail it out at the last minute, because I always try to get my hands on a physical copy for this video, because I usually do this recommendations video when the sale starts to get close, and every single time I have a hard time getting the ad. So yeah, just be aware if you're looking for these sales, I would go to Instagram and just search the hashtag Ulta 21 Day sale and you'll find the current ad. All right, if I'm looking down a lot, I do have like a screenshot of the ad in front of me on my phone here, so I'm gonna be kind of looking down to reference that. Okay, so we'll start with Sunday, March 17th. I'll go through each day, but I'm only gonna talk about the products that I think are worth mentioning. So on Sunday, March 17th, there is one product that I would recommend that I have tried. I've used it before and I really think it's a good product. It's the Lancome Sills Booster Lash Primer. It's normally $26, but it's on sale for $13. Like I said, most of these are gonna be 50% off. So I think that's a great deal for this lash primer. I wouldn't recommend it at the full price, even though it is a good primer. I think there's better ones, but for $13, I think it's totally worth picking up. It does a really good job of coating those lashes and giving you that extra oomph. So if you're like me and you just, I hate wearing false lashes. I just want my mascara to work for me and to give me full looking lashes on its own. So I love using a lash primer. I've actually been out for a while. That's something I need. I'm talking myself into trying buy one. I need a lash primer. I was actually wanting to try the new Marc Jacobs one. Anyways, I'm going off. So yeah, $13 for that primer I think is totally worth it. So I would recommend checking that one out. The following day, March 18th, there's a couple items on sale. You know, the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie eyeshadow palette is on sale. They call it the Friendication. It's hard to read this because it's like a blown up picture, so it's kind of blurry, but I think it's called the Friendication palette. Anyway, it's normally $55, on sale for $27.50. I actually haven't tried that palette, but it has been one that's been kind of, I wouldn't say on my wish list, but it's been one I've been curious about. I've been wanting to try Dose of Colors eyeshadows for a while. I've only tried their lip products, and I think that's the only thing I've tried from Dose of Colors. So I've been curious about their eyeshadows. I have swatched this in store, and I was interested in trying it, but I wouldn't pay $55 for this palette. It does not look like a $55 palette, in my opinion, but $27.50 I think is worth looking at if that's something you've been interested in like I have been. All right, and then the items that are on sale March 19th are not interesting to me, so I'm gonna skip right over those. Moving on to Wednesday, March 20th, there is an item that's on sale that I think is totally an awesome deal, and that is the MAC Pro Longwear paint pots. Do you guys remember when the paint pots were everything and everyone was talking about Painterly and what was the other one? Was it Okra? Something like that. I owned Painterly because Okra, is it Okra? I hope I'm saying it right. Anyways, that one was more yellow, and then Painterly was more pink, and I chose Painterly, but I probably would get the other one this time. But anyway, it's normally $22, on sale for $11. That's a really good deal. My Painterly paint pot lasted me forever, and I was using it like every day, you guys, and it's still dried out before I had time to use up the entire thing, and I used it for the longest time. So you get a massive amount of product in there, and for $11, it's a great eyelid primer. If I didn't say that already, that's what I used it for. A lot of people used it for. Because it has like color to it, it will cancel any discolorations on your eyelid. I personally have like a lot of veins, blue veins on my eyelid, so I have to have something that has a background color to it. I can't use just like a regular clear primer. So I really enjoyed that primer. I thought it worked really nicely. And yeah, $11 is a great deal. And then staying on the primer trend, on Thursday, March 21st, the Becca face primers are on sale. So it includes the Backlight, First Light, and the Ever Matte primer. All of them are normally $39. Is that right? It's hard for me to read this. I think it's $39. Maybe 38, I can't remember. Anyway, they're on sale for just $19. So that is a really good deal for these primers. I personally own both the Backlight and the First Light, and I love both of them. They're really good. I also really like the Ever Matte. I have tried samples of it before, and I used to recommend it to clients all the time and use it on clients all the time. The Ever Matte is really great if you have very oily skin. So if you find that your skin is so oily that makeup just kind of won't stay on, it just kind of slides off your face throughout the day because your skin is producing so much oil, then the Ever Matte primer, you're gonna love it. Don't use it if you have dry skin. Even if you have normal skin, it might be a little bit too drying for you, but definitely like a lifesaver for oily skin clients. I'm talking like I still work at Sephora. Definitely a lifesaver for oily skin. It just keeps things in place. It's like a sticky base, keeps it in place. It works really good. But yeah, the First Light and the Backlight, I love both of them. If I had to pick between the two, I actually like the Backlight primer a little bit better, but I don't mind that little bit of shimmer that it does. It does add a little shimmer to the skin. It's subtle in my opinion, but it does. So if you don't like anything shimmery, go with the First Light. If you don't mind a little bit of extra glow, then you will love the Backlight. They're both really nice though. Okay, and then moving on to Friday, March 22nd, there are actually 3 items on sale that day that I want to recommend. So basically everything that is on sale that day I think is worth looking at. So first of all, the Too Faced Chocolate Gold Eyeshadow Palette is half off. So it's on sale for $24.50, which is such a great deal for a Too Faced palette. Now, this is their newer palette, so I was really excited to see that they did this because usually with these Ulta sales, you see them putting older palettes on sale. Not that this is like brand new, but it's newest, but it is the newest of the chocolate bars. So they didn't put like the original chocolate bar or like the bonbon. That's what I usually see Ulta do with these sales. So I was excited that it was their newer one. I actually personally never picked this one up, but I heard amazing things about it, and it was something that I really wanted. So I definitely, and I like the formula of the chocolate bar palettes. I think I just have the semi-sweet now in my collection. No, I have the bonbons too. I can't remember. I have a palette declutter coming soon. I need to go through my palettes, but I've definitely owned all of them except this one. But yeah, I would definitely recommend looking at that one if you don't already have it. Also, the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion is on sale, and that one is on sale for $12. Now the primer potion, that's something that I see in almost every single one of these sales. I know it's often one of the deals that Sephora does as well with their weekly wows. So this goes on sale a lot, but if it's a primer that you like, because I know a lot of people, it's like their ride or die primer, that's a good deal. It's half off. You usually won't find it for less than that. So if you need one as a replacement, definitely recommend that. That is a good deal for that primer. And then, oh, I was so excited about this next one when I saw this one is included in the sale. It's from the Peter Thomas Roth Hungarian thermal line. Both the mask and the moisturizer are going to be on sale. So each one is normally $58 and they're both going to be on sale for $29 each. I do own the mask and I love it, you guys. It is such an awesome mask. I feel like it's a very unique mask because it does have the thermal mud. So it actually heats up on your face. When you first apply it, it feels kind of slippery, almost like either like a silicone primer or almost like butter a little bit. But it has that kind of oily, slippery kind of feeling to it. So you first apply it and it doesn't feel warm at all, but when you add the water, it gets hot on your skin. And between the heat and the mud, I feel like it really pulls the imperfections out of your skin. But it's also supposed to be anti-aging. So I don't know, I just think it's a good mask and I definitely recommend that. And that is such a great price for a Peter Thomas Roth mask. That is an amazing deal. And I think that's a great product. So definitely recommend checking that out. And then on Saturday, March 23rd, just one item that I wanted to mention, of course, is the Brow Wiz. You guys know how I feel about the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It is my favorite brow product still. I have found some drugstore products that I feel like are comparable that I would recommend as well. And because of the price difference, I would probably go with over the Brow Wiz now. However, when you can get the Brow Wiz for $10.50, which is the price they're doing that day, I mean, that's the same price as the ones at the drugstore. It's actually even better than some of the drugstore ones. So definitely recommend that. Definitely would stock up on that. If I wasn't on a low buy, you guys, I would buy, they give you a limit of 2 per shade. So I would buy 2 of all the shades that kind of work for me because I can make blonde work, I can make the light brown work, I can make the caramel work. So I'd buy like 2 of each because that's a great deal. But I'm not going to do that this year. I have other brow products that I'm going to be working on. So anyway, though, if you haven't tried that, the Brow Wiz, definitely pick it up for that price. That's such a great deal. All right, we're gonna skip over Sunday, March 24th. There's nothing that day that I caught my attention. Also, Monday, the 25th, gonna skip over that one too. Nothing really exciting to me personally that day. Okay, and then Tuesday, March 26th, the Ofra, what do they call this? Nikki Tutorials highlighter trio is on sale. Normally $29, on sale for $14.50. So I think that is a great deal. I love the Ofra highlighters. I have, I think, 2 individual, and then I have a palette from Ofra, not this one, but a different highlighting palette from Ofra. The quality of these are very beautiful. They're more of a very like intense foiled kind of highlighter. So if you like that really intense, you know, glow, not like what I'm wearing today, I'm wearing an Hourglass one that is very subtle, but if you like that intense highlight that you can see a mile away, you're gonna love these ones from Ofra. So $14.50 is a great deal for 3 highlighters. I know they're not like, the pan size is not like a full size pan, but still, when do you go through a full size pan of highlighter? Pretty much never. So $14.50 for 3 different shades of highlighter from Ofra. I think that's a fantastic deal. Okay, moving on to Wednesday, March 27th. There is one thing I wanted to mention this day, and that is the Pure 4-in-1 powder foundation. I have gone through a full size of this. I love this powder foundation. I haven't replaced it after I ran out of mine because I just have so much powder, and I'm really trying this year, as you guys know, to reduce and rein myself in and not be just like collecting makeup so much, or hoarding makeup, I guess. I want to use what I own, so I'm not going to be repurchasing it personally because I want to use up some of the other things I have in my collection, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really good face powder, and during the sale you can pick it up for just $14.75. Again, that's like drugstore prices. A lot of these are falling into drugstore prices when you, I mean, it's like half off basically, so definitely a great time to pick it up if you are wanting to try a new face powder, a new pressed face powder. It's really good. All right, I did want to mention real quick, Thursday, March 28th, the Buxom lip glosses are on sale, just because I know a lot of people, they have a cult following, those Buxom glosses. A lot of people love them. They're like a plumping gloss. Most of them are pretty sheer. They do have some that are a little bit more opaque. They have a ton of shades to pick from, like so many shades. But they're a really nice formula. A lot of people really like them. I personally am not a big fan of them, but like I said, they have a cult following. So I thought I would just mention they're on sale, and they're only $10.50 during this sale. Okay, and then Friday, March 29th, I did want to mention as well, the Tarte Toasted palette is going on sale for $19.50. I have to admit, I was a little tempted when I first saw that. So you guys, I don't know if you guys remember, but I've talked about this before. I'm not a fan of Tarte eyeshadow formula. I've tried so many of their palettes. I bought a lot of their palettes and then ended up decluttering them almost immediately because I did not like the formula. I find their formula to be very difficult to work with. I think it's very powdery. I don't find it to be very pigmented, but I always get sucked in. I'm always like, oh, maybe this palette will be different, and then I end up buying one and decluttering it. So I've done that many, many times now. But this palette, when I used to work at Sephora, I used to swatch it all the time. I used to play with it on clients because there's something about the formula that seemed a little different to me, but I'm just kind of afraid to take that plunge because I'm afraid that it's going to be the same situation as every other Tarte palette I've tried, which is it seems better until I actually get it home and work with it, and then I'm like, ugh. So I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on it. I know a lot of you probably own this palette because it's not a new palette, so let me know what you guys think of that palette. Would I hate it? I don't know. Let me know. Anyway, then on Saturday, March 30th, there is one item that's on sale, which I thought was worth mentioning, and that is the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Eyeliner. Again, this is a product that's been around for a long time. It's kind of a cult classic. It is what I actually have on my eyes today. I'm wearing it today. But yeah, that one's on sale for just $11. Again, drugstore pricing for a great eyeliner. Definitely recommend that. So Sunday, March 31st, just one thing I thought I would mention real quick, and that is the Urban Decay eyeshadows are going on sale again. So they're gonna be between $10 and $11, depending on if it's the standard formula or $11 for their Moon Dust ones. That is a really good deal for their eyeshadows, for their individual eyeshadows. I really like their individual eyeshadows. I would just never pay $22 for one eyeshadow. That just, to me, seems insane. So $10 to $11 is more reasonable. It's still kind of high for just an individual shadow, but if you have like a specific shade from them that you've been wanting, that's a good deal for their shadows, if that makes sense. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's move on. I'm gonna skip over Monday, April 1st. I didn't see anything there that caught my attention once again. And then same thing with Tuesday, April 2nd, just skipping right over those 2 days. All right, moving on to Wednesday, April 3rd, one of my favorite things in the sale. I was so excited when I saw this was on sale. It's the Cover FX Setting Powder. I love this powder. I have the illuminating powder and I also have the perfect setting powder, and I love them both. I also really like their matte one. I just don't currently own it, but I think their setting powder is so good. I would definitely compare the perfect setting powder to the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder for those of you who have tried that one. It's just a really, really nice powder, and it's on sale for $17.50. So I would say absolutely, like, if you are looking for a new setting powder or you've been wanting to try this one, that is such a great deal. I would highly recommend it. I do, like I said, already own a couple of these, so I'm not gonna be buying a new one, but I do recommend it. I think it's so fantastic. All right, we're also gonna skip Thursday, April 4th. I have nothing there that's really that interesting in my opinion. Friday, April 5th, I did see that the Too Faced bronzers are on sale. Ooh, that one was tempting for me. So they're normally $30, they're on sale for $15. That is such a good deal for a bronzer from Too Faced. And I was kind of intrigued because I really like their new packaging. And I do have, I think, 2 bronzers from them in their old packaging, but I don't have any of the ones in the new packaging. Like that matters, you know, that doesn't matter, but you know how it is. You guys know how it is. But anyway, I was kind of interested in this personally for my own collection. But yeah, I think that is a really good deal if you are looking for a bronzer. I really like the matte light bronzer. I also really like the Original Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And if you have a deeper skin tone, they have I think it's just called the dark chocolate bronzer as well. All of them are really good formula. They're all really nice. I feel like they discontinued their other ones. They had like the Sun Bunny one and then the cheetah print one, and I think they discontinued those, but it's been so long since I've looked at their bronzers. Yeah, I haven't looked at those in a while. But anyway, I think that's a good deal if you need a new bronzer. Great price for a high-end bronzer. All right, and then the final date of the sale is April 6th. And there is just one thing I wanted to mention on here, and that was the IT Cosmetics Superhero mascara on sale for $12. That's such a great deal. Now this is another thing that I see in the sales all the time. I feel like this was part of their Black Friday sale, and I see it a lot, but $12 is a good deal for a high-end mascara, and it's a good one. It is actually what I have on my lashes today as well. Just by coincidence, didn't plan that, but it's the one I've been using the most recently. But yeah, I think that's a great price if you've been wanting to try that one. All right, that's it for the daily sales, you guys, but I thought I would go really quick through the hot buys and just highlight the items that I think are worth picking up. The first thing was the Boscia Black Mask, the luminizing mask. So it's the black peel away mask. It's really good for deep pore cleansing. It's really great if you're prone to blackheads. It's a really nice mask. That one is $23.80. That's an expensive mask. So whenever you can find it on sale, it's normally $38. So these deals are not all going to be 50% off like the other deals, but that is a really good price for that mask, so I would definitely recommend checking that out, especially if you are prone to blackheads. I think that would be one worth looking at for sure. Okay, and then next I wanted to mention the Lorac Pro palette. It looks to me like it's just the original Pro palette. It doesn't specify on this, but this is again a sneak peek. It's a little blurry. It's hard to see what's happening in these ads right now. As we get closer to the sale, there'll be hopefully more information out. And I think they'll add the online only deals later on because I haven't seen any of those yet. But anyway, the Lorac palette, it just says their Lorac Pro palette is on sale for $26. This is one of my all-time favorite palettes. I love the Lorac Pro eyeshadow formula is incredible. I have all of the Mega Pro palettes. I have most of the regular Pro palettes. I never bought the fourth one, but anyway, $26 for this palette I think is such a fantastic deal. I could not recommend it enough. So if you don't already own that palette, this is one of the few times that I would say you need this palette. Like, I don't like saying that. I feel like that's kind of overkill with makeup. You don't really need makeup, but this palette, if you enjoy wearing makeup, you need this palette. It is such a great palette. It's just a staple in my collection. I've hit pan on many shades in this palette. I've barely hit pan on any eyeshadows in my collection, but I've hit pan on more than one shade in this palette. It's just such a great palette, so definitely a go-to for me. I highly recommend it for that price. All right, I did want to mention these bronzers here from BareMinerals. This is something I've actually had on my wish list for a while. Right before I left Sephora, they came out with these, like, I think they call them a baked bronzer. They've got that kind of baked look to them. I can't see very well from this picture, but anyway, they're the newer bronzers from BareMinerals. They're gonna be on sale for $19 each. And it's just, it's their bronzers and their highlighters that are gonna be included in this sale. I really liked the texture of these, and I really liked the way they built up on clients. I never personally owned one, but I did try it out a few times on clients before I left Sephora, and of course played with them and swatched them in store and stuff. And I was really tempted to buy one before I left. Never did, but it's always been kind of like on my wish list, like kind of on the back of my mind, you know, not something that I'm like, oh, I need this right now, but something I've always kind of been like, ooh, I would like to try one of those one day. So when I saw it on the sale, I was like, ooh, $19, that's a good price for that. So I definitely wanted to mention that because that's something I'm looking at. I did also want to mention that the Anastasia blush trios are going on sale for $18 each. I wanted to tell you guys, like, don't buy those for that price because they often are at TJ Maxx for a better deal. So if you are interested in these, go check out TJ Maxx because I got one there and I've seen many of them there. I personally just picked up one color combination, but yeah, check there first before you buy this one at $18. I've just been seeing it on sale a lot of places that are better deals than that. So, okay, and then the last thing of the hot buys that I wanted to mention was the Laura Geller Baked and Brighten blushes. I want to say 3 shades of this in my collection, and it's such a beautiful formula. It's one of those products you just don't hear people talking about, but it's really nice. It reminds me of the baked blushes from MAC, if you guys ever tried any of those ones. It's very similar. It's just really beautiful. It gives you like a light kind of glowy shimmer to the skin. I think they're just really pretty, and those are going to be only $16 each. Alright you guys, that is everything that I wanted to recommend from the sale today. Sorry if this video is super long. I'm gonna go lay down now and watch some Netflix and like breathe for a while because I feel like I'm like running out of air. Being pregnant sometimes is hard work, let me tell you. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let me know what you guys are planning to pick up during the sale, especially if I didn't mention it. Definitely leave me your recommendations down below. I want to see what you guys are going to be buying. And if you guys have any other questions or comments, leave them down there as well. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It means so much to me. I would love to have you guys here as part of our little family. I need a name for you guys. My oldest daughter, Aubrey, is always like, Mom, what do you call your subscribers? I'm like, I don't really have a name, you know? Like, I know a lot of people have little pet names for their subscribers. I don't know. We've never done that. Let me know if you guys have one, because I'm not creative with that stuff. So I'll need your help coming up with an idea. But anyway, that's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.